We're here today to celebrate Tara and her great accomplishment. Before I do that, I want to give you a little background of the National Residency Match Program, which is the NRMP, which is a private non-for-profit organization established in 1952 for the purpose for a fair and orderly process for medical residents to be matched with U.S. medical residency positions. This year, the main residency match for the NRMP, the 2012, that was just held in March, was the largest in their history. Over 38,000 medical students applied for 26,000 positions. And even more impressive than that, 81.5% of those applied received a position in their top 3 choices. And of course, our daughter Tara was one of those people. So we're here to celebrate her and her accomplishments. She begins her 4-year residency program at Bayfront Medical Center in Obstetrics and Gynecology in Tampa this June. So there's 3 things that I'd like to say about Tara in this process: her determination, her commitment, and ultimately her success. And we start with the University of Miami, where she got her undergrad with a major in psychology and a minor in biology and chemistry. And from there she went to Ross University School of Medicine, which is based in Edison, New Jersey, but you have to spend 16 months in the island of Dominica. Now, while the island of Dominica is beautiful and has a state-of-the-art facility for its Ross students, it is actually a very primitive, natural habitat, mountainous, hilly island, where Tara had to spend 2 hours on a bus to go to the main store. She had to learn how to put power in her apartment with a contraption on the wall, and she had to, and without, of course, the importance of a McDonald's or a Publix around the corner. In fact, we had to learn how to ship Tara the comforts of home and a lot of ramen in a barrel through shipping channels that would arrive weeks later to her on the island, and she said it always felt like Christmas because she got to open it up and see all the goodies inside. Now, if that wasn't enough, then we get to the clinical rotations, which is an arduous journey around the country where she spent up to 2 years going to 15 different rotations, 6 to 8 weeks long. Now, wow, a lot happened in that time, and some strange roommates that she encountered, the cat lady, the lady who ate all of her food, and the creepy guy who preferred to sleep on the couch in the living room instead of his room. That was kind of bad. But she made it through it all, which speaks to her of a commitment that she had. And I read to you a quote from one of her medical school performance evaluations, in which they said, "Tara proved to be a diligent, reliable, interested, and excellent student who made every effort to do her best. She was strong in her foundations of both academic and clinical sciences and displayed a keen ability to integrate each with the other." And this speaks to Tara's commitment, because she had to sit for so many hours studying it in order to exceed at the many tests that are involved in learning through all these processes. And I like to call that Tara mastered the art of the pricey $4 Starbucks coffee with the priceless free Wi-Fi and a quiet corner table that she sat with for hours and hours and then as she studied for these tests, which not only was she cramming her head with knowledge, but she was conditioning her body to be able to sit for 8 hours to take one test, which is an amazing thing. I don't know how anyone can do, but she did. So there you go. All of this also helped her in the interview season process, which she had to take many planes and trains and automobiles around the country as she interviewed for the resident match. Now, another quote I'd like to bring up is, "The House officers repeatedly spoke of her superior preparedness in rounds and her willingness to help out with floor work. She was always prepared in the operating room for questions that we might ask her about patients and was more than willing to help. Additional merit went to her sensitive manner in which she attended to the patient needs. She was one of the best of her group." Now, it seemed that all this led to a quiet day when Tara and I sat here with dueling laptops all ready for hitting refresh feverishly for the update of her NRM